is Valley News Live at 6.
A local family is breathing a sigh of relief tonight as their missing daughter with cerebral palsy has been found safe.
35-year-old Amber Meyer was found just before 3:30 this afternoon in Vermillion, South Dakota. She disappeared from her home near Hankinson just 24 hours prior. A neighbor said they saw a strange vehicle leaving Meyer's home. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley spoke with the family today on the bizarre circumstances in a case with a happy ending.
While it was only 24 hours of Amber Meyer's disappearance, it was a roller coaster, as Meyer's phone pinged cell phone towers in both Inwood and Spencer, Iowa, late Wednesday night.
But the problem is that it was like out in the middle of the fields and stuff. It wasn't in a city.
And Meyer's parents say a bizarre text was sent to Meyer's husband and mother-in-law just after 2 o'clock Thursday morning.
But the text didn't make no sense.
No, it didn't really make any sense.
She says, "I'm safe, I'm running." She's never run a step in her whole life.
Then just after 1 Thursday afternoon, posts were made on Meyer's Facebook page, but her family said the spelling and grammar was too good to be Meyer, convinced someone else was behind the screen. Cell phone towers in Vermillion, South Dakota picked up Meyer's cell phone just before 1 o'clock Thursday afternoon, which ultimately led law enforcement to find her alive and safe, something her family says they'll never be able to thank them for enough. Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Meyer's family says at this time they're not sure where she was found or with who. We will continue to keep you updated as we learn more on this developing story.
Our temps warmed today, but the wind that Hutch said was coming did in fact arrive, and it felt much cooler than it was. Let's find out about tonight. Hutch, is there wind out there, and is it going to stay?
Yeah, we do have some gusts still at times over 20 miles per hour, but looking at our temperature warm up, we've seen a 10 to 20 degree difference between now and yesterday at this very hour. So a big warm up here. However, it's still a little on the wind chilly side. We are at our high for the day so far, 20 in Fargo-Moorhead, 3 in Roseau, as things are cooler up near Lake of the Woods where skies are clear. Here's a look at the radar, and we are concerned about just a few light flurries, but again, these do add to the slippery out there, reinforcing it nonetheless. Your planner tonight shows gradually decreasing wind. Clouds will linger, and I do expect spotty flurries to continue as well into our evening. Overnight, I think fog could be a problem for some. Now, I'll have hour-by-hour details on the fog there as we enjoy a milder weather night with no wind chill advisories. However, we are continuing to keep that spotlight on First Alert Weather Days for Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Details on all of that in a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
A man will be spending more than 30 years in prison for killing a woman and her son in Otter Tail County. The judge rejected William Hillman's mental illness defense and found him guilty of beating 42-year-old Denise McFadden and her 21-year-old son Dalton in their home in April 2018. The McFaddens allowed Hillman to live in their house. According to court records, Hillman told investigators that he hadn't taken his medication for schizophrenia for 5 months.
A Fargo man who was arrested during a riot in downtown Fargo has been acquitted. Nagazi Burry was found not guilty of engaging in a riot and preventing arrest. 3 police officers testified that they were ordered to arrest him after he was walking, shouting, and pumping his fist near a police line that was set up on May 30th. None of the officers could recall exactly what he said. All of the officers testified that there was no evidence of him throwing rocks or bottles, vandalism, or assaults.
A man is seriously injured after police say he stole a car and crashed it into a building in downtown Fargo. Police tell Valley News Live they learned of the unlocked and running vehicle that was stolen around 5:45 this morning from the 1100 block of 2nd Street North. Moorhead police later tried to pull it over, but the driver took off. Authorities say the driver was ejected from the vehicle after speeding across the Center Avenue Bridge and crashing into the Mid-America Steel building. The driver was 48-year-old Dexter Jefferson.
A lower statewide risk level has led to some changes in the city of West Fargo. The police department and City Hall will be open for walk-in services. The municipal court will hold trials in person. Meeting space will be limited to 75% capacity, and everyone will need to be 6 feet apart. The changes will go into effect on Friday at 8 in the morning. For more information, log on to our website at valleynewslive.com. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz visited a COVID-19 vaccination event today. The governor is speaking with people getting their shots and thanking them for their patience. The governor said up until 2 days ago, they were notified only 4 days prior to getting the vaccines, which made planning hard. Now they're getting notified 21 days in advance. In St. Paul, Twin City educators got their vaccines at the Xcel Energy Center. There were 36 vaccine stations capable of providing 375 shots per hour. That covers about 15,000 teachers. The problem is schools sent out far more invitations than doses were available, so many who were supposed to be prioritized had to be placed on waiting lists.
Sanford is giving an update for vaccine distribution. The hospital has officially been in their new vaccination center for a week now. Staff is continuing to vaccinate patients in Phase 1B. Over 1,000 patients have received the shot so far. Sanford says they have enough staff on hand to administer the shots, but not enough shots to provide to patients. As patients get vaccinated, staff are seeing the peak of hospitalizations drop well below 10%. Sanford even says their staff is 70% vaccinated, with more on the way. We asked Dr. Griffin about students being tested as they go back to in-person learning.
Should there be some surveillance testing for example, athletes and I think that may be a reasonable thing. I'm not sure I want to know what the interval is.
Griffin also says he's unsure at this time how many doses they'll receive in next week's distribution. Essentia Health and Fargo-Cass Public Health will join the center in a few weeks. Also, if you're looking to stay on top of the latest vaccine information, get the new VNL Vaccine Tracker. Here's what you do. Open your phone camera and point it at the QR code on your screen, then tap the link that pops up.
Sanford Health is partnering with local radio stations and Valley News Live to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. Now, these monies will help children in North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. It'll pay for high-tech medical equipment, support special programs, and educate those at Sanford. To donate, call the number at the bottom of your screen or head to valleynewslive.com. Later on Valley News Live at 6, the Fargo Dome opens its doors this weekend for an event that draws a lot of attention. What's being done to keep people safe?
Light snow showers as we close out our Thursday. Temperatures, though, much milder. I do have some details on wilder weather in your forecast coming up right after this.